To first of all thank everybody who came here tonight. You have no idea how wonderful it is to have such great community support. People often say to me, oh, you have such a thankless job, and I say, no, I don't have a thankless job. I get thanked every day. And the people in this room tonight are an expression of that, and I cannot state more emphatically how much I appreciate that. Appreciation, so here's to all of you for coming. Thank you. To our hard-working board, current and new, you do so much for us. I really appreciate it. You're always there. You always take my calls. You always return my calls and are always so helpful. And it's a big time commitment. Where's my friend Deborah Spafford? I think Deborah came in thinking it might be about, just a few minutes a month. She reminds me frequently. I think I owe her something enormous someday. But it's an awful lot of work and it's an awful lot of commitment. So really appreciative to the board. To the people who brought the motions tonight and who brought so many people out tonight to think about the future of our organization, I think, oh, they're gone now. I think even though they didn't pass, that the thoughts are there. I know you're on the board. Thank you for being on the board. And certainly in terms of community engagement and community involvement, there's no question that I will have a renewed commitment to that, and I expect my colleagues will as well. So thank you for inspiring us to think about who we are. In terms of what we're doing, I agree with what Michael said. I think that there is a sea change. The Olympics, and then some of the decisions which have been made recently, I would have to notably point to the chickens, and to the decision around the housing in Southeast Falls Creek, and the fact that the next election it's still a year and a half away, but by the time we're actually in process, it's a lot closer than that. And I really feel out there in the city that people are sensing that the next election is coming. Up till now, everybody's been catering to Vision, sort of doting on the Vision people because they hold all the cards. But now that next election is on the horizon, it's uncertain who will be holding all the cards. And of course, that's why we're here tonight, and that's why the organization exists, which is to get good people to hold the cards next time. Welcome to Stuart McKinnon from the Green Party Park Commissioner, who's here. Thank you, Stuart, for coming. I think I'll just make one or two very quick political comments. In Vision Vancouver, they have failed us. And I think their biggest failure is they think small. They don't have a vision for the city of Vancouver. They think of the little agricultural things that I think come from the mayor's farming background, which all of us appreciate. I'm a gardener myself. But they're not thinking big in terms of how we build our city and how we live in our city and what the public facilities and our public realm will look like. And that, to me, that's what we do at City Council. Everything else flows from that. But how we build our city, how we live in our city, how we have one of the greatest cities in the world, this great city comes from generations of good NPA decision making. I'm confident that we can get to that point again. I'll just mention again a couple of things. I think the decision around the Southeast Falls Creek housing, that is about $100 million worth of housing, 126 units. The city could have had $100 million in its pocket. Instead, it's got 126 units. Very poor squandering, really, of our scarce housing dollar. I think it was a really unconscionable decision, and I do believe that the city is in a bit of an uproar and a bit of disgust about that one. And as I said, the chickens and the farms. The NPA thinks, I like to think about how we, as I said, how we build our city, how we think about our city as being an important place in the world, how we talk about our city as being important, and how we build our city, as I said. Just to give another one small example, Oak Ridge Centre on the Canby Corridor. Oak Ridge Centre to me should be somewhere, and the Vision Vancouver people think it should be 6 to 12 stories. It's those kinds of decisions which are being made in the city, which I think are poor ones. I am looking forward to the next year when we choose good candidates for the next election. The NPA has a history of putting forward good independent candidates, good backgrounds, independent thinkers who will work together and who will make good decisions for our city. I know already some people who I'm targeting in here, and I hope that Michael's targeting as well, and there will be others who come forward over the next year. Certainly, if you see people around you in the community who you think would make good candidates, please send them our way. please send them to talk to me, to Michael. I will meet with anyone, anytime. And I would love to talk them into running if they're good people. We need people, of course, from around the city, from different cultural backgrounds, and who, as I said, are independent thinkers, intelligent thinkers, and will make good decisions for the city of Vancouver. The fundamental difference between the NPA and Vision Vancouver is that for the NPA, it is always the city first and party politics second. For the other guys, it's party politics first and the city second in every decision they make. Let's go back to what's important. I like that slogan from a few years ago, Vancouver first. I think it's a very good one. It's certainly one that I live by and one that I will look forward to running in the next election with. Oh yes, and that question about who we're going to run for mayor, I'm being asked that question every single day. You know who we're going to run for mayor? We are going to run the best candidate we can find.